Hi everybody. It says that I'm live right now, so I hope so. I can't tell. Just put an emoji in the comments if you are watching. I'm just coming in to do a quick new black moon in Taurus. And yeah, I just wanted to see how everybody was, how everyone's found this potent time from like a solar eclipse to the lunar eclipse. And now that we're at the tail end of this, we're coming through within this new moon where we're birthing our intentions and really coming into our creation, our creative selves, which is what my group, the Femme Creatrix, is all about, which is about being that creatrix of your own life and really knowing what you came here to do. So I do a lot of work around highest destiny, so I can really support women to come into their highest soul path for this lifetime so that they can really come into it and just know what it is, see around them and really be in that space and feel the frequency of themselves in that space, communicate with themselves, get wisdom from guides. But not only that, like what happens is, like, for a lot of people, like, they have the vision, so they go to some soul workshop or they put in something that they think is their vision but actually is not meant for them. So and they really push at it and they wonder why it's not happening, and it's actually because what they're lining up to isn't for them. And then the other thing is that, like, even if you do get to see what your highest path is, which is a real shamanic technique, it's like a quantum timeline technique where you're able to go and travel into that highest timeline. And we actually have so many of them that we can step into. And if you read a little bit about on my earlier posts, like I was on, like, in my earlier life, I've been in really many different timelines, as I'm sure like you all have. Like one when I was very young, like really in touch with nature, able to channel and communicate and do ritual and knew my gifts and purpose. And that is to really be in touch with nature and to really communicate with and enjoy life. And, you know, life is for living. It isn't for being on this rat race to your purpose. You know, if you are not enjoying the path to your purpose, then it is not your purpose. And there is something very wrong with what you are doing. So this is about, like, really enjoying the road and the path that you have taken. So when you know that you're in your highest purpose, then you really are motivated. You really know, it's very clear to you because it lights you up, like it makes you smile, it fills you with joy, and you get extreme clarity that this is what you came here to do. And it's a relief. You know, you probably knew it, but maybe you were hiding from it because many of the women that I've spoken to and who I work with are actually lined up to do great things. And there is something very scary about taking a step to do great things, to work with many people. And a lot of women hold back from that, from fear of putting themselves out there, fear of judgment, fear of persecution. All of these are past life fears. So when you're working towards your highest destiny, you actually have to address these past life and, like, clear the imbalances from these so that you can really reclaim your power. Because going back far enough, you were the goddess, you were the woman priestess, the one who could really communicate with earth, the medicine woman, the woman who knew her gifts, the herbalist, this creatrix. You have the closest connection with nature, with your rebirthing, with your cycles. And this is, like, very powerful. And your sexual energy as well, which was very shut down, this Shakti energy, very shut down. And it can be really confronting to start to do the work and to step into this. But these are some of the barriers that can stop you from really coming into that highest path, that highest destiny, and that timeline. And then other parts of it is that you are doing a lot of vibrationally low things in this timeline that are keeping you on a very different path, where you're coming up against people who are perhaps not in alignment with you, and you're going really far off your soul path, and you're bringing to you the things that you don't want. So that is another part of it. So you have to really change your frequency and your vibration. And one of the ways that I do that is for myself is through living a life of ceremony. So treating my body like a temple. And I show the women that I work with how to do this as well, to make yourself sacred, to create a sacred journey in your life, to create that sacred connection with nature, to awaken your womb space and really go into those deep places with love, respect and honour, so that you feel differently about yourself, so that your vibration changes, and so that you really become in contact with your body, with your intuition, your connection and love for yourself deepens. And so that is what is reflected out and that comes back to you in that external life, because you make this big internal paradigm shift, and that's really important. But it's so important to know that highest destiny, and for it to be motivating and for it to light you up, so that you keep going, so that you keep doing these ceremonies and these rituals, so much so that it becomes your life, and that it just makes you feel so beautiful, so nourished, so that you've watered your own garden so well that you just feel so beautiful. So as this kind of moon is a rare occurrence because it's a black new moon and Jupiter and Pluto are conjuncting as well, it's really important that we step into our new frequency now. So how can you sustain this? And I'm going to give you 3 tips now that you can do, so that you can really start to begin to sustain these seeds that you have sown, these intentions that you have sown during this eclipse portal, so that you can really step into that highest vision, that highest destiny, and that you can really enjoy it at the same time. So if you're not enjoying it, if you're not loving it, if you've not done a lot of the work to clear these energetical fears and blocks, you might have this fear of losing what you have manifested, and actually it bringing your frequency down again, which you don't want. So these are 3 tips that I'm gifting you that you can use to sustain your vibration during this time, to help you nurture your seeds of intention and take those aligned steps that you need to fully inhabit your highest self. So one that I do daily is energetic baths. So this is where you clear your energy daily, and there's many different types, and I could show you many different types that you could use. But one that I use, because I have studied in the Andean tradition, the shamanic tradition, is I open my Wirikosha, my energetic body, and I just feel into it. And my intuition is quite well developed now, but I had years of practicing this and of really feeling into my energy and just noticing what felt different and clearing those areas that felt a bit heavier, a bit darker, like if there was a little rip in my energetic field, and just bringing love and clearing and intention into that. And that's a really powerful technique. The other one that I do is every morning I go out, I greet the sun, I do a movement ritual, and you can make that fun. Like, it doesn't have to be yoga, it doesn't have to be dancing, you can just move around and just really enjoy your body. The purpose is to enjoy what it is you're doing. And as you do this, you reset your circadian rhythms, take your shoes off, ground into the earth. And as many of you know who've been in this group for a while, my favourite one is fire ceremony. It's the greatest path to transformation and change. And there's many different types of fire ceremony, and they're really potent and powerful. And that is a daily practice of mine. And it's very quick and easy. So if, like me, you're a single mum, or you're really busy with your work, then you can just do this really easily, and it keeps your intentions fresh, and it clears your energy and just lets you know where you're aligned and where it is that you need to kind of release and let go of. And I'll put a link, if you haven't seen one of my fire ceremonies yet, into the comments so that you can access that as well, because that would be great for you to be able to do that in your own time. So remember, your thoughts are energy, and you can choose what you want to create, and you do this through your intention. And you can also do this through knowing your highest destiny and becoming really motivated and clearing those blocks to that, and just really opening up and awakening your womb space as well. And if that's something that really appeals to you, like if you're ready to just release all that generational trauma, personal trauma, past life trauma, and you're at this point of like, I want my frequency high, I want to feel good, I want to be in my highest destiny, because as you know, you have to change your energy now. You have to change the things that you do now in order to be in that highest place. And knowing it can help motivate you, but also all of these beautiful energetic practices will as well. So if you'd like to know more about that, I'll put my book a call link in the bottom, and we can chat and we can put you on track to your highest destiny. And also, if you'd like to know more about these beautiful rituals and ceremonies, I've nearly finished creating my Transform Your Life ebook with rituals and ceremonies. And if you want it, just put an emoji in the comment while it's still free, and I will make sure that I get this out to you. Okay, lots of love, everybody. Enjoy this time. It's potent.